I'm not a system player. I am a system.
NBA players don't like guys who move a lot.
A lot of work.
So I guess you guys already get the gist of what I was saying with the intro skit. Yes, somehow there is a player that has luck equal to Chris Paul, James Harden. Time and time again for his shortcomings or the teams, the Larry O'Brien trophy has avoided his grasp. Time and time again, like a person quitting their job because it is too stressful just to go to another job that becomes the same situation, James Harden finds himself becoming the person that becomes too important one way or another. As a Houston Rockets fan, this video will be hard to make, but well, I guess we must do this. After leaving Houston to join Kyrie and his boy KD, everyone, even me, thought this team was basically as close to a sure thing to win the chip as you could get. And well, things were looking good. Harden was like, I'll just be the assist guy and change the way he played. The 2021 season looked great. I mean, this team barely played together. In the playoffs, they were on a pace to make the finals. Harden then went down with a hamstring injury. This was still a team with KD and Kyrie playing, so Harden could rest.
As Irving throws it in, goes down hard on his right shoulder.
James Harden unfortunately became important at work once again. Though it was pretty obvious that he was not 100 or 50%, as he recorded a stat line of, with it being a one-man show of KD playing out of his mind, the Nets were beat by the Bucks. And while it sucks to have an ending to a season like this, next year is sure to be
now one of the biggest names in sports facing backlash for spreading anti-Semitism. And
Brooklyn Nets have decided Kyrie Irving will not play or practice until he's eligible to be a full participant.
As things stand right now, he can't practice with them in the state of New York due to being unvaccinated.
And to follow up on the promotion of the movie and the book.
Can you please stop calling it a promotion? What am I promoting?
My boy Harden saw the writing on the wall and just said, with a new team and a new number 1, as number 13 was retired by your boy Will the Stilt, James Harden walked in a situation with Joel Embiid and were seen as a duo that could make some noise, and make some noise they did. And James Harden was looking good for a guy who had a hamstring injury. There'd be games where you would just be like, damn, Unk still got it. The fans of Philly, delusional as these guys are, were waiting till the playoffs to see if this was a real duo. And let's just say they were. These guys beat the Raptors. They got beaten 6 by the Miami Heat. They showed that they were a real duo, and if healthy, and they had your boy Doc, if healthy, and they had your boy Doc, could make it further. And I'm not gonna waste your time. They beat the Nets in a sweep, and then they went against Boston, where James Harden somehow used the Rocket serum that he had and injected it to his system, because he went for 45. He was back. I mean, I couldn't believe it neither. He was This series though, him and Embiid had a turnover problem, like bad. And somehow they went to game 7 against the Celtics. But if you know Doc, and if you know Harden, and if you know Embiid, well, the stars aligned in the worst possible way. They lost. Welcome, James. Welcome. Harden, Paul George, and Zubac. Yes, I mentioned Zubac fight me. Although, other than Zubac, these guys were older and no longer in their prime. They're still superstars and have had playoff experience. So, all we gotta do is coast to the playoffs. And they went against Luka and Kyrie in the Mavs. And
hi, my name is Cherry Bomb, and I fight for all the single moms out there that don't get the respect they deserve.
Let's do this! I am dangerous!
And PG would be gone by the time the 24-25 playoffs rolled around, and all seemed to be stressful around the Clippers organization. Then we got the news. Kawhi was going to be healthy. You see, you know how when the Z Fighters are in a pinch and they see that Goku is there, they get that sense of relief. Well, that's what it was. They had to go against Denver. I'm not going to lie, This was the best playoff series of that year. Nothing felt as exciting as this to watch. Just a straight up dogfight where tensions ran high between two teams. And then that went a full 7 games. Wait, 7? Where do I remember game 7? Well, so game 7, with a fully healthy Kawhi, James Harden could finally rid the demons. He could finally wrestle himself free from the demons of game 7. All he had to do was he went for 7 points. You cannot make this up. The game 7 demon had won. It had fully taken over. It was so tragic because Kawhi actually played his heart out and tried to help Harden rid himself of these demons. But Harden was too far gone. And just like that, Denver had won. And who knows what was going to happen to Harden. And well, James Harden might have got a fate worse than death. He was thinking as once again, he became way too important at work. And worst of all, the Clippers was his team. And not to help, but a bunch of stuff had happened. So now James Harden in one of the worst fates for a superstar, to carry a team filled with turmoil, to see a light at the end of the tunnel, and well, you get the gist. That was the James Harden subplot. Well, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace.